The world is full of disasters, but some demand more than just a passing look. Kenya's deadly floods are one of them. These floods have stolen hundreds of lives and shattered countless homes. The pain and shock in Kenya today are overwhelming, and the rest of the world cannot afford to look away. This disaster is not just a local story, it is a warning for us all. Why does this matter everywhere? Because in a warming world, violent weather does not stay in one country. Every flood, every fire, every disaster is a sign that our planet is changing. If we ignore Kenya, we risk ignoring our own future. The suffering in Nairobi or Kisumu today could soon happen in Mumbai, Jakarta, or even a town near you. Floods do not care about borders, yet the world's attention span is short. News of the disaster flashes across screens, then fades. But for the people living through this nightmare, the struggle is just beginning. Their stories are urgent, real, and heartbreaking. They deserve to be told, shared, and heard. Let this be a call to action. Kenya's floods should shake us awake. They should remind us that we are all linked, not just by climate, but by our shared humanity. This story is not just Kenya's, it belongs to us all. Turn on the news, you'll see images of muddy water and broken homes. Maybe there's a headline, Kenya floods kill dozens, and then, the cameras move on, but the pain lingers. For those living through Kenya's floods, the nightmare continues long after the news cycle ends. Behind every quick news report, there are stories no one tells. They are stories of mothers clinging to children as water rushes in, of fathers searching for missing sons, of neighbors pulling each other onto rooftops. Every headline hides 100 heartbreaks. News moves fast, but suffering moves slow. The world often misses these quieter, personal moments. We hear numbers, deaths, injuries, homes lost, but we rarely hear about the fear that grips people at night, or the silence after the waters rise. These are the moments that matter most. They show us the true cost of disaster. If we only look for breaking news, we never see what is truly broken. Kenya's people deserve better. Their voices need to be heard, their stories counted. The floods in Kenya did not come out of nowhere. They followed weeks of heavy, endless rain. At first, people hoped the rains would bring coolness and help the crops. But soon, the water became too much. Rivers grew wild. Streets turned into rivers. The ground could not soak up more. Houses made of mud and tin could not stand the pressure. Walls crumbled. Roofs collapsed under the weight of water. Families tried to save what they could, piling belongings on beds, praying the water would stop. But it did not. In a matter of hours, entire neighborhoods vanished beneath the flood. Roads became impassable. Rescue vehicles struggled to get through. People were trapped, on rooftops, in trees, on the backs of trucks. The sound of rain was everywhere, beating down, never letting up. For many, the only way out was to wade through chest-deep water, carrying children and whatever they could hold. This was not just a storm, it was a disaster. Slow at first, then all at once. People lost not just homes, but memories, livelihoods, and dreams. Imagine waking in the dark to the sound of water splashing against your door. The floor is cold and wet. Your children are still sleeping. Suddenly the water is rising, fast. There is no warning, no time to pack. Panic sets in. You grab your children and run. Outside, chaos reigns. Neighbors shout, trying to help each other. Some people carry sick relatives or babies on their backs. Others clutch bags of food or blankets. The water is heavy, strong, and unforgiving. Every step is a struggle. In the darkness, fear grows. Where will you go? The nearest shelter is full. Streets you walked yesterday are now rivers. Some people cling to trees. Others sit shivering on rooftops, waiting for help. The rain does not stop. The world feels upside down. This is what it's like to live through a flood. Not just wet and cold, but lost and scared. Every moment feels like it could be the last. It is a fight for survival, and no one is truly ready. Why is this happening? The answer is complex but clear. First, climate change is making rain stronger and less predictable. Scientists say that warmer air holds more water. When it finally rains, the skies open with a fury. Kenya's weather is changing, just like everywhere else. But there's more. Cities in Kenya have grown fast. Many homes are built in flood-prone areas, often because people have nowhere else to go. Drainage systems are old or missing. Garbage blocks the few drains that exist. When heavy rain comes, water has nowhere to go. It rushes into homes and streets. This mix of wild weather and weak planning is deadly. It turns a storm into a disaster. Floods like these are not just natural disasters. They are made worse by choices humans have made. Poor roads, crowded neighborhoods, and no early warnings all add to the danger. To fix this, we must look at both the sky and the ground. We must ask hard questions and take bold steps. The floodwaters may go down, but the danger does not end. For thousands, there is no home to return to. Tents and makeshift shelters become the only option. Clean water is hard to find. Toilets overflow. Disease spreads fast. Cholera, malaria, typhoid. Every glass of water could be deadly. Children have lost schools. Parents have lost jobs. Food runs out quickly. Aid is slow to arrive. Every day is a struggle to survive. People line up for water. Others wait for medicine. The lucky ones help neighbors. The unlucky ones grieve for lost family. The emotional toll is just as heavy. Fear and sadness hang in the air. People worry about the next storm, the next night. Hope is hard to find, but many still try. They rebuild with scraps. They share what little they have. This is the hidden side of disaster, the long, slow recovery. It is a test of strength, spirit, and community. And it is far from over. Kenya's floods are not just Africa's problem. They show how fragile all our lives can be. Climate change, poor planning, and sudden storms threaten everyone. Today it is Nairobi. Tomorrow it could be New York or London. No one is safe from extreme weather. We need better ideas and bold action. Cities must build stronger drainage and safer homes. Early warning systems must reach everyone. Aid needs to arrive faster. And above all, the world must fight climate change. Together. We owe it to the people of Kenya to learn from their suffering. Their pain is a lesson. We must listen, care, and act. Look at their faces, hear their stories. Remember that disaster does not stop at borders. Let Kenya's untold stories inspire you to care about climate change, to learn more, and to act. The time to pay attention is now, before another disaster strikes somewhere else.